Today's word vitamin is on growth. And if you get a chance to read it, I start off with the sentence that is kind of challenging. It's one of those dualities of life that is inconvenient, but we know if we honour both, we get the best of both worlds. And that is, we can choose growth or we can choose comfort. We can have them both, but we just can't have them both at once. They come together like night and day, hot and cold, love and fear. They both teach us about the other. So growth is usually uncomfortable. However, if we want to stay comfortable, we can throughout life, but we just won't grow much. And comfort without growth gets boring, and growth without comfort takes us into anxiety and perfectionism and gives us the inability to be, because growth is often about doing and comfort is about being. And like the masculine and the feminine, we need growth and comfort. And I'm all for, growth and people sort of saying get out of your comfort zone. However, you've got to be able to get back in too. And staying out of your comfort zone as a lifestyle 24/7 is just not sustainable and it's not healthy. We are supposed to rest. We are supposed to be. And if we're always doing growth, we remain emotionally unavailable. And let me tell you what, this morning I had a little bit of emotional homework. I'd just written the word vitamin and I had to pop down and get some bits and pieces from a little health food store I love going to on Sunday mornings, just wandering around. And on the way I saw this sign, sale, 50% off. I needed some bits from this other shop, so I walked in and this sales assistant had just made a cup of coffee, and she was a woman my age, which before a cup of coffee I would say, I'm just going to ignore that, hopefully, yeah, Mr. Delicious got it upstairs. Anyway, a woman my age before her morning coffee, you handle with care. I walked in, I hadn't had my morning coffee yet, so I'm a bit scratchy, waiting to get my shopping done, come home and have a coffee. And this woman's just made her coffee, and I could just see by the look on her face, she didn't want to serve anybody. She wanted to have a coffee in peace. And she couldn't mask the, oh God, what do you want, look on her face. And straight away I'm like, so I'm looking at these curtains and I'm talking to her about them, and she's just trying to get rid of me because she just wants to have a coffee. And I'm asking her questions and she's actually being rude. She's like, will you get out of the shop? I don't want to serve you kind of energy. And I'm like, after about the fourth question, because this thing I want on sale is really something I've been looking for a while, so I just need to ask her a couple of questions, and she keeps being a bitch. So my bitch starts to go, oh, you want to do it this way? Game on. And then all of a sudden, I've just written a word, vitamin on growth. Do I want to be comfortable? I mean, it's comfortable being a bitch. It's easy going to war and just, I know how to do that. It's uncomfortable rising above that and being a woman of grace and kindness, which is what I want to be when I grow up 24/7, but I'm a long way from that. Anyway, I backed down and just went into respectful assertion and said, look, I can see you haven't had your morning coffee yet. I haven't had mine. Can I just ask you a couple more questions and I'll leave you in peace? And as soon as I acknowledged the elephant in the room, she thawed out and couldn't do enough for me. And for me, that's growth. Because being a bitch is easy. Being kind before my morning coffee at 53 years of age to another menopausal woman can sometimes be a challenge. Anyway, that's my homework for this morning. I hope that's helpful. And, growth is always about ending an old habit and installing a new one. And that's, for most of us, generally uncomfortable. But as soon as we get over that speed bump of discomfort and rising above and not buying into our old comfortable behaviour, there's usually rewards. Hope that was helpful. Mwah! Lots of love. And I still haven't had my morning coffee, but I'm going to do that now. Okay, see ya. I'll be back tomorrow.